Last week, Google did their Marketing Live event, where they launched a bunch of new features and announced the rollout of AI overviews to everyone on search. In this video, I'm going to show you the highlights from Marketing Live as they relate to SEO and Google search updates. So this is made for Google search professionals who want to learn the latest about SEO and Google search and the future of how people will find information powered by AI. I'm going to share my reaction and feedback to the nuggets of information that they gave us about how SEO is changing so that you can adjust your marketing investments and your SEO investments. If you are an SEO professional, you need to watch this video to learn about the future of search in 2025 and think about how to change your investments and how to advise your clients going forward. In case you're wondering who I am, I'm Julia Enthoven. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Kapwing, and I have been a student of SEO for the last 8 years. We acquired millions of users and customers through our organic search strategy, through content marketing, and attracting new users from search. And so I've been a huge student of GEO, or generative search optimization. I also used to work at Google back in 2017. I'm a computer scientist, graduate from Stanford, and I was 30 under 30 in consumer technology back in 2020. So I have loved SEO. I'm a former journalist. I'm an expert in video content marketing, and I run a YouTube channel of more than 200,000 subscribers. So let's get started.
AI Overviews is one of the most successful launches in search in the past decade. We just launched it last year, and already it has more than 1.5 billion users every month.
I think this part is totally overstated. Google launched AI overviews on Google search. So every time you run a Google search, you also see the AI overviews. So to say that AI overviews are one of the most popular features is really an exaggeration from Google. This just means that they have rolled out AI overviews to a bunch of people that are using search every single day. I used to work on image search, and we would only count users if they issued a unique query while in the images mode. The better number that they cited also during the keynote was that 400 million people are using Gemini, which is actually a separate app, a separate website that you have to go download. So 1.5 billion is a little bit of an overstatement. I don't know if this is one of the most popular features that Google's ever rolled out, but I do think 400 million is very impressive.
That means Google Search is bringing generative AI to more people than any other product in the world.
I also don't think this is true. ChatGPT still has more users than Gemini. Even though AI overviews are out there, I still think that Google is losing the race to OpenAI in terms of most users.
And as more people use AI overviews, they're increasingly happier with their results, and they search more often. In our biggest markets like the US and India, AI overviews are driving over 10% growth in the types of queries that show them relative to if we don't. And what's particularly exciting is how this growth increases over time.
I can't verify if this is true because Google is not telling us anything about users who see our website through AI overviews or who click through from AI overviews to our website. In fact, they've specifically demarcated those referrals as no referrals so that you can't track which clicks are coming from AI overviews in Google Analytics. But if I look at engaged sessions per user metric in Google Analytics, I can see how referrals from ChatGPT compare to referrals from regular overall Google search. Referrals that are coming from ChatGPT have slightly lower engaged sessions per user than the sessions that are coming from Google. So in our data, it does not appear that users coming from ChatGPT are arriving on our website more often. Now, there's tons of other explanations. I don't think that this piece of evidence disproves Google's claim here. It doesn't surprise me that people are happier with AI overviews compared to the 10 blue links. But I am suspicious of this metric because Google is growing at a time when ChatGPT is also growing, and users are probably learning to use search for tons of new use cases that they didn't use search for before, like asking subjective queries and non-factual queries that they wouldn't have used before. But I don't think that there's anything definitive here for webmasters in terms of how to change your SEO strategy.
With AI overviews, we're showing more links and links to a wider range of sources on the results pages, creating new opportunities for content to be discovered.
Of all sections in the keynote, I thought this was the most interesting comment for SEO professionals. Links get more impressions in AI overviews, and we see this in our own search data. Recently, in the last month and a half, our impressions on our search console are like going off the charts, but our clicks have not increased. So our click-through rate seems to be decreasing, and that's consistent with Google's explanation that more links are getting impressions in AI overviews, but not getting clicks. I'm interested in if other SEO professionals are seeing something similar. The second really interesting nugget here is that there is a broader range of sources in AI overviews. This is consistent with researchers done by GEO academics about how LLMs pull in sources. They pull in more diverse set of sources that don't necessarily show up on the first page. That is really what GEO is all about, is figuring out how do you get LLMs to recommend your product or service as one of those diverse options in the results. One reason there's a more diverse set of results is that if you search for a branded query on Google, it will show almost always results from your website. For Kapwing, it shows your, our help center, our tools pages, our landing pages, etc. But if you search for Kapwing in an AI overview, it'll pull in a lot more sources that are not Kapwing sources. User reviews, random Reddit results, YouTube videos, other stuff that we did not create firsthand. Getting third parties to talk about your website is even more important in a world of GEO than it was in the world of SEO, because for branded queries, you want the language around your brand to be really positive.
And when people click from search results pages with AI overviews, these clicks are higher quality for the websites, meaning that users are more likely to spend more time on the sites they visit.
When people engage with AI experiences like AI overviews, they result in higher quality clicks from customers who are more likely to spend more time on your website.
Google is really championing this claim. They said it twice in the keynote that clicks that come to your website from its generative products are higher quality than ones that come to your website from Google search. Again, we can't validate this directly because Google's not telling us which traffic it's sending from AI mode or AI overviews, but I can look at the traffic that's coming from ChatGPT versus coming from Google search. On our website, this claim is half true. People who visit our website from ChatGPT do spend slightly more time on average on our website than people coming from Google search, but they convert less often. Our conversion rate is still higher coming from Google search than from AI overviews. And in a sense, this doesn't surprise me because I think people coming from AI overviews are less likely to be navigational, whereas I think people coming to our website from Google search are often just navigational. They're literally looking for our product in order to use it, whereas people coming from AI overviews might be more exploratory. So for us, this claim is half true. Clicks are only a little bit better in terms of time on page, and they are not better in terms of conversion rate.
Now, for those who want an end-to-end AI search experience, meet AI Mode, which we're beginning to roll out to everyone in the US. AI Mode is a total reimagining of search. It expands what AI overviews can do with more advanced reasoning and multimodality, as well as conversational follow-ups available as a new tab directly in search. Together, AI overviews and AI Mode are the cutting edge of what search can do.
I wish I had something more intelligent to say about AI Mode in search, but I don't. I'm not using it that much myself as a consumer. I'm going to ChatGPT or Gemini more often for these types of queries because ChatGPT and Gemini know more about me and I can reference past conversations. My guess is that AI Mode is mostly pulling from the top 10 or 20 links on Google search, so I think SEO presence is the strongest factor that influences performance in AI Mode.
And because search is now multimodal, so it's important to consider all the ways people can engage you and discover your content or your brand on the web. Make sure you're investing in strong image and video and product content to match the new ways that customers ask questions and get answers.
The only major update to the SEO guidance is a focus on multimodality, which honestly Google has been promoting for a long time. Now is a good time to invest in video content. Video can help you to create a higher volume of content, and you can establish yourself as a thought leader in the domain. ChatGPT and Gemini both point users to images and videos from across the web, and they ingest images and video into their index, whereas Google search was really more focused on text as the basis of its index. You can use tools like Kapwing to edit your video content instead of having to hire someone to do it. Create more content for your website because LLMs are eating that up too.
But with these changes to search, this is the right time to talk about our SEO guidance. Our core SEO philosophy still rings true. Focus on building helpful, reliable, people-first content. So we'll share a link to our SEO guidance at the end of the show, so just stay tuned.
I've linked the SEO guidance that Google provided in the description of this video so you can find it. Google told us basically GEO is the same as SEO. This is mostly true, although there are some key differences in how to optimize your content to show up in AI overviews and other generative experiences. Follow my blog or other researchers' blogs to learn about the best techniques and best practices for getting your product or service recommended through ChatGPT, Gemini, and AI overviews. Follow this channel if you want to learn more about GEO and how to optimize your website in this new age of generative AI.